Hey. It's a terrible thing to see. Being yourself is as much of an issue as it is. Come watching society for what it is and seeing that it's just because I put it's just an accumulation of trends blended to be a personality that only the others can relate to. If the personality does not match the trend, then you're out of here. And I think that's kind of weird how, like, because I saw this one video on Instagram, and it was about celebrities and like how everybody looks different, and everybody has like their own type of just like they ain't trying to like do anything. Because I was thinking about that too. It's just when I go when I get up every day, the, there's no. I mean, there's not really a direction to most of what I do, but so but I don't really have a direction on like what I'm gonna put on or not, or keep on or not. I just kind of put on, whatever I put on. Most people need like, you know what I'm saying, like 3, 4, 5 people just to like get up in the morning. Like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of interesting to me. Like, if people like have to have a whole crew of motherfuckers just to live. Like, and shout out to all the people that are capable of doing all of this. I think it's cool as all get out. You know what I'm saying? But hearing like a Mariah Carey spends like however much money a day just to breathe. You kind of just to like be who you are. You have to pay off as many people as you do just to kind of be who you are. I mean, it's almost seems like it's like paying for your friends in a weird way. You kind of paying for your lifestyle, and you're not living your lifestyle. You're paying to be a lifestyle. You're paying for like a scripted cookie cutter lifestyle to be, whether it be, hey, this person knows what earrings. It's like, but okay, and now I can see it too at times where like, let's say these earrings are all the rage. These, this outfit is like, something people need to see you in to, show this type of emotion, mood, or whatever thing like that. That's cool and all, but to have a whole like, thing just to live your life, and you can't come up with, for yourself. You don't have like a lot of things I don't want to do is because it doesn't match my energy. Like there's nothing it does for me to like to put it on, to wear it, to do it, to whatever. If it doesn't really like match with me, because it's like, what are we supposed to be here for? I mean, I understand there's lessons, but I'm trying to think like through what, because something like a personality seems like something to look into. I'm not sure why people kind of overlook their personality. Like you were made up of you. You have thought yourself through to be what you see today, even before you could really understand or equate what even really, or have a memory of what thinking and feeling really is before you have this body to feel and think it, you know. But you feel and think your way through this life. So why isn't your personality something that's like really looked into, that you hold more near and dear for yourself? Because I mean, it's the only one you got. Like people, like I'm seeing, like people say, YOLO, this life, this thing is the only one you have. But when are they actually referring to you as an individual, saying, hey, your personality, who you make up to be, like you've made yourself to be this body over a 9-month period. You chose certain people to make yourself look like you do. You chose to have the thoughts you do. You chose to have the feelings and emotions that you do. You know, the way that you have them and all these things. Why is it now completely unimportant to have them because somebody tells you, hey, you should wear red hair, you should wear blue hair, you should put on this thing instead of you should wear these ridiculous shoes and pants that have weird like holes in them in places that don't make sense and things like that. It's fashion. Do what you want to do, but is it really you? And is it worth going through this? Not. It's like sacrificing yourself, you know, bleeding your own self out just to prove to somebody that you can also look like something that people, you know, want from you. Because you know deep down inside you don't want it for you. You don't want it for yourself. You don't want none of that. You don't want to follow trends. It's not comfortable. I've seen every movie, every show, everything, every bit of experience of life that I could and see, yo, nobody likes trying to be something they know they're not. And it always comes out that way. So why is it now not important? Like, with these supposed end times coming around the corner, it's just interesting that people aren't being themselves. People aren't checking in on, you know, who are you and why are you hanging out with them, and you don't understand how important that is, that you don't do that anymore. And it's weird. Like, it's something as simple as, like I say all the time, meditating, pushing out everything and anything, you know, if it's a thought, feeling something, and if it, you know, because it's going to tie you to something. We can't have this thoughts and feelings, thoughts and feelings. No, you thought of a scenario. You thought of that person, right? You know, something, your brother, your sister, somebody, and a whole scenario pops in. Why are we, like, don't ignore that. Or actually ignore that. Because when you see it, know, okay, this is what it was. This is how it played out. Okay, that was the feeling I had. These were the emotions that came with it. You know, this is the scenario. What did it look like? Then give not of a fuck to it. Push it away by just, yeah, okay, cool. That was what it was, and realize you're not saying cool just because you're actually feeling cool about it. You work through it. You say, okay, this is what it was, and do I need to even give it this much attention? Was it that serious? 10 seconds, 1, well, you know, and then just, ooh. Is that really what I want to do? Are these the people I need to? Are those the drugs I need to be taking? You know, do I need to be popping these pills? Do I need to be drinking that much alcohol? Do I need to be eating this much food? Do I have to have this now? This, like, just. And if you don't really do it for yourself, no guru, no dude, you know what I'm saying? No motherfucker out here can really, like, teach you that. Me telling you this don't mean shit. If you go, oh yeah, let me go do what I used to do, it don't mean nothing. If you don't actually go, oh man, he had a point, and let's not look at the ego or nothing about this. We're all in this collective to do. We all have to do this. We're all coming to the same conclusion that we are not ourselves. We are faking a lot of things. We're not like showing all the true colors that we have. And so we stay in the shallow end of a lot of things. And so the personality, I think, matters more than what people think, because it is what you project out into the world for people to see. We need feedback. We need information. Is that real or not? Are you bullshitting? Are you just saying things? Are you being funny? You know what I'm saying? Are you just, whatever you're doing, you know, are you know what I'm saying? Are you being around those friends because you need something for the time being, you know? Because you need to figure out life for a second. Why do you have these people around you? Like I said, making sure you meditate, push all that away, and then go back to, well, what can I do for myself, and what personality benefits me more in this time. For me, what personalities, what traits can I develop that make more sense in the here and now for me, and not for anything else other than what I got going on? I don't think people do that enough. Because hanging around with too many thoughts and feelings that don't align to who you are as a person, it makes a whole hell of a difference on your level of contentment and joy. You know, you being kind of like sucked dry by people that don't really care about you. And the heavens are a place truly terrible to waste, man. Why would you want to waste your mind? You know, you live it, you dream it, you're gonna go back to it. It's real life. It's here. Why would you fuck up your own dream? Even if you choose to just lay up under the sun every goddamn day for the rest of your days and do fuck all of nothing. I only say do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's not real. None of this is really. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The accumulation of these trends. I gotta stay on that because where are we gonna go when you know for a fact that half the life you lived wasn't real, and now you can't even go off of a good reference point? Like you have no good references on where to take yourself next, and now you have to live with every single step, every single time you have a new thought. That wasn't what I was. That's not really was, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a different level to just go, okay, I'm trying to figure out life and navigate through life. But when you know you were doing, because like I'm saying, like some terrible things to people for other people, and it made a true difference in your life, you know? I'm not just saying you got some friends and y'all go out camping every day or whatever, and you know, you don't need to be camping no more or whatever. Or, you know, playing dice on, I don't know, whatever. But so yeah, I just, you know what I'm saying, it's important to realize that you're more important than the people around you. And if you don't start taking heed of that, you know what I'm saying, I mean, welcome to hell. You know what I'm saying? But hey, because it ain't your heaven. I don't think people really check that. It's not your heaven. So what else could it be if it ain't your heaven that you're constantly trying to drudge through every day? It's like, it ain't yours. I mean, how many, you know, failed marriages that continue on and a dude just like, you know what I'm saying, slowly withers away type deal. It's like, dude, you know you didn't need to live there no more. You chose to stay. Like, you chose to. I was going to say, speaking for myself, it comes from me not just. Wait, how did I say that? Speaking from myself, it comes from me, not just what I've gathered throughout the years. And that, I mean, that's kind of like what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always had to do my best to speak from my own truth. And that's what I do every day. I try to speak from the truth, you know, the closest thing to truth that I can come up with, which I think is real science. Like, how can't you just say you don't know? I think science is just a fluffed up way of saying you don't know. And that's cool. Why can't you say you just don't know? I've watched too many goddamn videos. Too many Neil deGrasse Grassy what's the dude name? Michikaku, all them dudes. I've seen so many of those things. Like, bro, like, only conclusion I've ever come up with is that you don't know what the hell you talking about, and we ain't come no closer to knowing anything. You just don't want to come to terms with that. You don't know what's next or what you even came up with so far, and if it's even true or not. But you're too afraid, I feel like, to tell us as a society that you really don't know what you're doing, and you don't really know how to advance a society forward. Because if that's the case, technology would have sent us somewhere that we could, you know what I'm saying, would have did something for us. And I still don't see it, and all I'm seeing is that people go, well, we still looking out here. We don't know. There's a lot of stuff we don't know. We kind of have a good idea. Seems like the best truth we can come up with today. And then, until somebody comes up with something better than what we just did, gotta be true. And then we'll steal it. And then that'll be true. And then we'll guess again because we really don't know. Like, what kind of arrogance is that as a whole, as a group? That we all go, what I'm saying? As a human, we all go as a human race, we don't know. But then for some reason, because scientists dig holes in the ground and shit, they know. They know what they've studied. They don't even know if it's true. And they have to continue to fluff it up and say that they know more than you. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of true. But when you look at it, why are we still teaching them? Why are we still going, dude, we've been hearing all the time that these motherfuckers are crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. What doctors and all this. And you hear them and you go, yeah, you're the one that's insane. Doctors know everything. Scientists know everything. Like, what do you mean? Like, they know all the stuff that needs to be known. Like, they're the forefront, warriors on the front line getting it in, like, which again, I throw no shade. It's true. You are, you know what I'm saying? But to put yourself on a pedestal so high when, there's kids out here doing experiments and getting more data. It's like, because we have to do it anyway at this point because we know that we're not being told everything and being lied to at the same time. So it's like why? That's my thing. Is like, how are we coming out with studies? Why are we finding things that we know we're not being told, or we come up with certain things and we, some people find this little loophole or this whatever through all that stuff and go, hey, fluoride's not that cool. They're poisoning our waters. You know what I'm saying? They're saying that, if you take this thing 3 times a day, if you eat this, that, if you, brush your teeth with this or whatever, like, it'll, fix you or something like that. And it actually makes shit worse. Like, the studies coming out. Like, why would there even be a study that's a thing in it if this world is so what it is? The perfection that these, higher ups claim it to be, like this heaven, this perfection, this just of a world. Then what makes a person, come out and say, hey, we don't know if you're telling us everything. People are being, taken. Young people are being taken, things like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And oh, that's not a real thing. I'm going all over it, I know, but it all comes in somehow. It all makes its way because, like, why are you lying in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Why are we being given things like fluoride when we know it's not cool? Something that simple, right? Keep it easy. It's like, why are we being told certain things when we know that's not real? Whatever it be on social media, on real media, the big media and all that stuff like that. Like, it's TV show hosts. Nobody questions these people enough. And I think they're just too scared because, like, what happens next when this supposed new thing goes on and we're not about it? I'm gonna go home. So yeah, I think it's just we're being told a lot of things, and a lot of distractions are happening, and people think that the life that they live is, for one, a life to live. and not something that truly like needs to be uncovered for what it really is. It's weird how, like, as much, because as a kid being as ignorant as I was, now, like I said, having these experiences and seeing everything, these little, just seeing a lot of stuff on social media, on TV, and then kind of deciphering it all. It's kind of odd to me that people have gotten away with what they do for this long. You know. So yeah, I think that the information gets a lot pretty misconstrued. Especially when we're all as a collective traveling with the wrong crowd, and we think we're actually like on the right path because we just believe whatever higher ups say. Um, I mean, more now than ever, I'm saying I think that people are gonna start being themselves more, and so we could really see who's who, and what the enemy looks like for everyone to know. But since there's so many people that look like they're hiding in the crowd type, where's Waldo type, you know what I'm saying? But it gets muddy when you don't speak from the heart, and not from some page, somebody, you know what I'm saying, some other thing that ain't you. Kind of what I'm getting at. This whole deal is like when you don't really speak from yourself. Because I could just say all the time, be yourself, be yourself. But if you don't speak from your heart, if you don't start to go, uh, you know, and get away from most of the people that surround you, I would say it's almost impossible to really like speak from your heart and mean it. You know, because it took me to have quite a bit of experiences to be able to get to this point, to be able to speak like this, and not really like, care what comes of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but if I wouldn't have really taken the time to be with myself, be in myself, not react to certain things that I know I don't need to be reacting to, and not trying to provoke or be in the midst of something because it's the here and now, it's the whole FOMO. And so when I take myself out of the equation and I just kind of observe more, shut up a lot more, I learn more, you know. And what's cool is I learn most of myself, you know. I learn from me. I learn who I am. I check in when I'm just quiet and I just let things be. Because I notice that it's a distraction even when, like, let's say you're with a friend and he or she goes, oh yeah, and you go, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, or they go choice, or they have a phrase or something, and you say it too, and like, or you're having a conversation, you kind of want to sync up to them, and that's cool, because you need, it's always a good thing to have relatability. You want to relate, but when you do it so much to where you're not even you anymore at that point, it kind of, like I said, it muddies the timeline of who really, to be more of yourself, instead of an accumulation of other things that will never add to you. People don't do enough of it. How many, like I said, how many times is just somebody, you do something just because somebody wants you to do it. I know that was a big issue for me because I kind of have a personality of liking that people kind of give me a good bit of direction before I just leap into something and not really have like an idea of what I'm about to get myself into. So I like when people kind of give me some direction. I kind of bounce ideas, I ask questions, talk, this, that, and the third, and then all right, cool, and then I can kind of like go into it. Like to at least have an idea if I don't think I'm gonna fully, win completely. You know what I'm saying? At least let me have an idea of how I maybe could fucking, you know what I'm saying, up this percentage a little bit or something. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You know, ain't trying to, it's about taking your time and just checking in with yourself. Because, authenticity is a legit thing, and like I don't know why people kind of like make it seem like it's not. Like, yeah. So yeah, I was able to separate a lot of what I say. I'm able to do it now because it's like I know when I speak now that I'm not speaking from 20 years ago from that one situation with that one person at that one time. 5 minutes ago because I had that one argument or that one thing happen to me. When I'm speaking from a pure, unbiased state. There are no emotions. There's nothing to, only what I need to say, and that's it. I'm not thinking of the TV show. I'm not thinking of that one. It pops up. It comes up into existence when it needs to. But I'm not trying to, this would be funny if I were, and then if I thought of this, you know what I'm saying, that or whatever, and boom, boom, boom. If I did this and did this and did that, you know what I'm saying? No, it comes from, the beginning of me, the observer. Then it goes into the mind, and then it goes into the body, created by thoughts and feelings. You have emotions about it and things like that, or whatever. So it's like, if I don't come from a pure soil, if I don't have pure intent, if I don't have, all that good stuff starting off from the inside out, it doesn't show the same. You mess up a flower, man. You know what I'm saying? You mess up some flour. You know what I'm saying? It don't look right. You know what I mean? You want the good. When you got some boo boo. You probably didn't do the soil right. You probably have start a good soil, or you ain't do this, that, and the third with it. You ain't feed it right or whatever. You didn't give it the right nutrition it needed, things like that. You thought trying to do somebody else's method, grow your stuff the way they did it, with kind of your techniques maybe, and even those were kind of cherry picked throughout life, and you kind of like, but you have no concrete for yourself to say, oh, I know that I did this, I started this, I was able to come up with this thing first. Nobody else started this, saw this, said this, did this, tasted it like I did it, ate it like I did it, whatever the case is. Nobody's able to do it like I did it. This is the first one. This, me, not you. Whether it be a painting, whether it be whatever it may be. But to, live most of your life and it's just what somebody else did. It's just odd. It's odd to me. Because at first, like I say, having to go through those situations where it was kind of like that for me in the beginning. But to come out of it and know that was not who I wanted to be, where I was headed wasn't cool and all that stuff. Now to see somebody know that that's what is going on, and still choose to, like, how you, bro, like, you gonna put yourself in a situation where you got, like, how many cycles you gonna have to live through to get back here to be cool, and then start advocating for the right type of shit, like, so you can move on and transition, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So it's just, what I mean. I don't know. What I mean. So yeah, that's a lot of people's, I think, big mistake is that they try to start from a impure state. Unpure, impure. It's not so great state of mind, and then they try to flourish and flower that way, and then it don't work out. It don't work too well for them. And they wonder why they're so depressed. They wonder why they're so manic. They're so anxious. Why they're so anxious. So anxious. Maybe you don't live in dirt. Love when you joking. I said I'm so anxious. And they'll show it, you know what I mean? I even saw that one video, and it's kind of interesting how, like, people show their pain, whether it be through scars, however they got them, whether it be through tattoos, hair color, piercings, mannerisms, just the way they live, things like that. They kind of show it, you know what I'm saying? I think they kind of want you to see it clearly. Why would you do what you do? Why would you put it on your body? And which is cool, because it's like not all people that get tattoos and piercings and all this stuff are horrible people, bad people, or even not even just, they probably super cool people, But to ignore the red flags of a person is I think the start of the missing of the discernment of what life really is. You can't miss that part of discernment, because sometimes it's not tattoos and things like that. Sometimes it's a nice smooth button up, pants hiked to the nipples, to the knee neck cap, you know what I'm saying? Socks pulled all the way up, Sometimes it's those dudes. Tired choking the fuck out of them. Sometimes it's them, But it's always there. You gotta just see it. It's like odd to me, because it's like the same thing with I was saying with people like people see people, undercover cops, and they notice it real quick, and they see the little signs, but you don't know your baby mama cheating on you, or you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be kind of like you looking at the wrong things in life, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You checking the wrong things off on this list, my man. Like, I think should I just pause this one, see what else I gotta make another one, because 34 is a way to go.